Frequently asked question number 3. How should I price my packages? This is a great question, one we get quite often. One of the biggest mistakes that you can make when packaging your services is pricing a package too low, because it could force you into running a patient mill or having to see too many patients, which can bring the quality of care way down. To answer this question, every practice is unique and there's a wide range, so it doesn't make sense to look at the numbers because there is no one-size-fits-all pricing formula. But there are 3 main rules that apply to every practice when it comes to pricing, and I'll walk you through this. Pricing rule number 1, don't underprice your services. This is a very common mistake because there's a false belief that many practitioners have that patients simply aren't willing to invest up front for services. This isn't true, and I dispel that myth in more depth in the first video in this frequently asked questions series. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to go back and watch it. The big issue with underpricing your services is that it could force you into running a patient mill to keep your doors open. And that's not the goal here. I'm not saying you shouldn't work with as many patients as you can, but you don't want to stretch yourself so thin or have your prices so low that you're not profiting and it forces you to continue to see more patients, reducing your quality of care. The most important thing is to make sure that everything your patient needs is included in the package to ensure the patient reaches the goal, and price it appropriately. Pricing rule number 2, you must know your hard costs. There are parts of the package that cost you money, such as labs, supplements, etc. You don't want to price your package without taking into consideration the fact that you're going to be paying money out of pocket to deliver parts of the package. The best thing to do is first determine your desired gross margin to correctly price out your package, and then factor in all the hard costs to make sure you reach that goal. Pricing rule number 3, know the man hours involved. You should have a rough idea of how many man hours you, the practitioner, will spend serving one patient through the length of their package. This includes both time spent with the patient and time reviewing the case. In addition to this, you should also know how much time your staff spends with each individual case. After you factor this in, this will give you a better understanding of how many patients total your practice can take on with this packaging model, and it can help you determine better how to price it. Introducing a packaging model and pricing it the right way can be a game changer for your practice. We've seen dozens upon dozens of practitioners who introduce this model and quickly double their income in as little as 2 to 3 months. This question about pricing is something that we cover in depth in my free guide, How to Package Your Services for Better Patient Results and Profitability, which you can grab on this page. We also get into a number of topics, including what to include in a package. What are the 7 different things that must be addressed in order for your patient to see value? If you haven't clicked yet, click the banner on this page to grab your free guide.